We recognize that we are on the Anishinaabe traditional territory, and we are thankful for the opportunity to work, learn, and fully enjoy nature and live our lives as active members of the Bracebridge and Muskoka communities. We genuinely and greatly are appreciative of the original peoples who cared for the land and still do. Whether we spend our time on the lake or in the community, the land around us is much more than just property. It is life, like the food that fills our bellies and the water that keeps us hydrated. We are aware of the long-standing obligations to preserve this land for coming generations, and we see this as a tiny step in the direction of healing and reconciliation. We will continue to support the local Indigenous businesses and active Indigenous voices.
Well, not too many boos to speak of now. Enter the former featherweight champion Ilia Topuria. 16 have tried, 16 have failed.
The representative of the Indigenous community, Rakesh Patel! Your lightweight champion, undefeated, and the representative of the government, Shiv Patel!
Fighters, shake hands. Hey, let the press conference begin.
Fighters, what does this fight mean to you and how do you choose to represent it?
I'm representing the Indigenous communities of Canada. I want to talk about the 60 Scoop and the water advisories.
And representing the Canadian government, Shiv Patel, what are you fighting for?
I'm here to fight and set things straight and address allegations. What he was saying is true and correct, but not to that extent. And I'm here to fight to set things right.
Fighters, let's move on to our second point.
Could I actually get a bottle of water, please, before we start? Refreshing. See this water? There's 38 ongoing water advisories in Canada. And I was just able to easily just ask for a cup of water and have one. Do you understand what this means? What it feels like?
Okay, I can see where you're coming from. Like, water is a human right. But we are trying to make a difference by implementing programs such as UNDRIP and making settlements to other Indigenous communities. But I can see how upset you would be, because if I didn't have clean water, then it would upset me as well. And we should probably try to move faster. Give clean water accessible to every Indigenous community fast.
I just want to hone in your focus on one specific Indigenous community, the Grassy Narrows First Nation. In this community specifically, their whole lifestyle is basically set around the river, right? And there's been mercury dumped within it, and this has affected them for a few decades, right? And because their whole community is based off living off of the water, that includes their economy, how what they eat, the water they cook with, and now they have to rely on jugs of water that the government imports, but like not enough. Like 2 big jugs bi-weekly is not going to sustain a whole family.
No, I did not know about that, and I'll try to see what I can do to speed this up, because that's a really big problem.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, that really is a tragic point. Like, I'm sorry that happened. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I just want to say one more time how like it skipped a whole generation of teachings, traditions being passed on, which is just why like I feel like it should be talked about more, because it was the cause of assimilation. It was an extension of residential schools.
All right, fellas, let's talk about the 60 Scoop.
Okay. This is quite a touchy subject, but I'll get it started. The 60 Scoop was made from the federal government to be able to erase Indigenous identity and to be able to assimilate them. Just a stat that I'd like to point out, just to get it started, is how only 5% of the population of Canada was Indigenous at this time, but the Indigenous children made up for 20% of the foster system.
The thing is, like, we've already apologized. In 2008, we knew the residential schools were a big mistake, but we have apologized in 2008. So
Okay.
I get it, but we've already issued an apology, and I think this is like already dealt with.
I'd like to stop you right there. The residential schools is a separate. They are a continuation of each other, but they are separate problems. The 60 scoop has impacted people have impacted people tremendously as well.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, if a whole generation was skipped teachings and stuff, like, that'd be terrible. And I really do see where you guys are coming from now. Like, we need to hone in on this more.
Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. I really appreciate it. And it feels like you guys are making strides to help fix the problem.
Of course, but we could definitely make bigger strides for that other part.